time to elevate your mind with SJC. Let's take a journey to new possibilities. Open up your mind to things you cannot see. It's time to elevate your mind. It's time to elevate your mind with SJC.
Welcome to Elevate by SJC, guys. I'm back. Are you back?
I'm back. Hey, guys.
I'm your host, Mr. SJC.
I'm your co-host, Toni, and it's so good to be back.
Is it really good to be back?
Yeah. I've been missing in action for a couple of episodes, but I'm back. Deal with me.
Y'all know how the women are. But hey, it's good to be back. Toni, we most definitely missed you. We understand we got hot weeks going on, and we know that you're a very busy person. So, we appreciate you coming back to Elevate.
Thank you for having me back.
We have a very, very special guest today. $1 million guest. You hear me? Busy. We got the host of Shades of Brown podcast, Miss Alyb. We about to bring her on. What's up, young lady?
Listen, this introduction, you better speak it into existence. I receive it, okay? I receive.
Amen. Thanks for coming on the Elevate, man.
Thank you guys for having me. I'm really excited about this.
Yeah, your emails were like, I'm excited. I see.
I am. Even our conversation before we started recording, I'm like, I just like talking to y'all.
Cool. Well, hey,
it's exciting for you to be on here. I'm intrigued.
Yeah, she's a fellow Dothanite.
Yeah, Circle City, stand up.
Folks, no, I'm just playing. Dothan, shout out 334. I love y'all. I ain't forgot.
334.
Or Alabama, baby. I know where I'm from. Elevate. But no, we appreciate you coming on. We're gonna do something a little different before we get into the Exit 30 segment. I want to make sure it's 2021. Hopefully, that thing called COVID is kind of winding down. So I just want to do a mental health check. So, Miss Toni, how you feeling? Like you gotta be real now, because I know people be on the camera. I just want to act, I'm good, people. Act real. Like, what's going on? Like, how are you as a person?
First of all, that's not me. Okay, I'm not that type of person that don't give it real. You can hear me just fine. Anyway,
can I hear you?
Can you hear me fine?
I guess. Go ahead.
Yes. Anyway, I'm good. I always make sure that I take my personal self-care time, whether it be going on for a drive, because I did that today. Matter of fact, I just left the house for a little while and then come back.
Oh, that's why you was gone all day.
Yeah, I had me a nice little me time. I mean, I was handling business, but I think it's very important for you to do a mental health check every day. Like, you can't go a day without just making sure you're mental okay. How's yours?
I want to go last.
Okay, well,
is that how you feeling over there?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling really, really, really good. For one, the sun has been shining this week, and it's just been really beautiful where I'm at. Yeah, it's been really nice weather, and that always helps my mental space. And the last few weeks, I've just been in a good space. I think it has a lot to do with I've been working out more, and I guess it's, what is it, dopamine or serotonin, or one of those happy chemicals. I think it's been really helping produce the happy chemicals. Because I've just been in a good space. Now, granted, I will be real and say this is, on the end of me coming out of a funk. Like, at the top of the year, it was a little rough. Like, what is happening? It's been a lot of transition for me lately. And with transition, there's all this change and things are uncertain, and it can just it can be a huge toll. And it had been on my mental health. But the last few weeks, I've been in a really, really good space. And I just feel like a jar of joy. And I'm just really happy about that. Thank you for asking.
Like you are radiating.
Hallelujah.
Screen,
thank you.
Amen. God is good.
Black girl,
ain't he good?
What about no? That's good. For me, honestly, I was in a funk because it was just like work going on, and trying to do that work-life balance with family. And then our daughter just started back with T-ball. No, I'm sorry, softball. She got softball one night. She got dance one night. She got she got soccer one night, and then we got record. You know what I'm saying? So it was a lot going on, and then work. It was like, oh, all this going on at work, and I found myself working late hours, and I'm trying to, prepare for guests on Elevate. So it was a lot, but we
That's
took
a
a little trip.
We did. Oh, I forgot.
We-
We did. We took a little mini trip.
We went to Gatlinburg.
Yeah.
We needed it.
nice. Oh, that's amazing. I love it there. I've
Yeah,
been wanting to go back.
Really? I was one and done.
Yeah, she
I
done.
was
She
done.
she don't like the mountains. She good.
What? Oh man, it's gorgeous.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
It's very it's nice. We had a good time, but if I can't control the situation, like people driving on mountains, I can't get
Yeah.
down with it. Like,
Oh,
like,
we
I
know.
understand.
oh my gosh.
I understand.
Yeah,
He had us stuck. Let me just say this.
go ahead, because I know you finna. Go ahead, just go ahead and get it out.
It was so funny. I mean, it was more than just me and him. So we in the car with family. But he literally went the long way around through the mountains to get back to where we were going instead of the main road. And it was nighttime. We ain't been there before,
Ugh.
But then he missed the turn and the GPS was not recalculating. So he had to do a 3-point turn.
Oh no.
But you need to let me turn though. But go ahead. I'm gonna let you
It
breathe.
was literally
3-point turn in the mountains?
yes. And it was like he couldn't, I mean, I guess he could see on my side, whatever, but it was literally like a 2x4 space of him turning around on my side.
We
And
gangster.
so I'm like, no, you're going over the edge. Like it was just too much.
Look, she's about to cry. Look, and they didn't know it. Till we got.
My nerves bad. You just telling the story.
Look, I didn't tell them until we got down the mountain that the car said 30 miles to empty. So if I was kept going, we'd have been stuck. But I'm like, man, we good. Like, chill out. We good. I like stuff on the edge, okay? So it didn't bother me.
The way the anxiety within me is set up,
yeah,
I would have been freaking
I
out.
back down this hill.
Yeah, she was like, she
and
done. She
listen,
done.
I had a little, libations, and I was like, I'm completely sober.
Look,
Okay, I'm completely sober now.
and then our cabin was at the top of the mountain, so the roads, like she just was like, we good. I loved it, but
Yeah.
we good.
I understand that. I get that.
You stay down below. I'm good.
Yeah, it was fun though. I needed it. This is my milk, but
I'm sorry,
okay, but no, but it was good. We just needed it, and now I've learned to really separate my work versus life versus entrepreneurship, like all three categories. So I'm actually I'm actually in a good place, just mentally, so I'm good, so we good. But yeah.
Good. That's awesome. That's
So,
incredible.
so we're gonna go to a commercial break, gotta get paid, gotta get paid, right?
Yes.
So we're going to commercial break and we're gonna go to an exit 30 segment. So we'll be right back.
This is your Exit 30 segment brought to you by Hot Wicks and Scents. Looking for a way to add a touch of luxury to your day? Shop Hot Wicks and Scents for uplifting nostalgic fragrances that are sure to please your senses. Always remember to stay hot. Come visit us at www.hotwicksandscents.com.
Ooh, that girl, Sherry. Woo.
Oh, guess what? With Hot Wicks and Scents, let me just say, because Sherry didn't have it in there. Get
You
it together.
You gonna pay her?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
But I will add in. I'm rebranding, as I said before, and so I'm gonna do a blowout sale when this podcast launches. I'm gonna do a blowout sale. So everything is going to be discounted down so that we can get rid of old inventory and end with the new.
Okay.
So watch out for it at Hot Wicks on Instagram, Hot Wicks and Scents on Facebook, and you can go directly to the website www.hotwicksandscents.com. Hot is spelled HAWT.
I mean, she just
Thank
said
you.
that. Okay, cool. Hey, I'm gonna cash app you because I want to burn one of those candles after this episode.
Well, you do that all the time, though.
I know I owe you like 3 cash out, but look. Okay, anyway, but so shout out to Hot Wicks Exit 30 segment. So Allison, I'm sorry, Brittany, I forgot. Sorry, Brittany. But look, no, real talk. This Exit 30 segment we was gonna call our podcast a long time ago Exit 30, but Elevate by SJC. So Exit 30 is just, it's us in our 30s and just talk about real stuff that's going on. So topic today we're going to talk about before we get into our real topic is Lori Harvey? Lori Harvey, Steve Harvey's daughter, and Mr. Michael B. Jordan, like their kind of little gathering. What y'all think about that? I'm going to hold mine for a minute, but what y'all think about what they got going on?
I think that's their business.
I mean, what you think about her being labeled an industry chick? I'm not finna say.
I mean, you could clearly label guys industry guys.
But
I mean, you could label them way worse. I mean,
but isn't it a double standard though, right?
It's definitely a double standard.
But who has she dated though?
Everybody.
It was him first. Oh, who else was it?
Trey Songz.
Oh, it was Diddy.
And Diddy's son.
Future.
Oh, it was Future, wasn't it?
It was Diddy's son, Future, Trey Songz.
Oh, it was Diddy's son. So she done been around.
Well, hold on. You're not gonna do her like that. No. Because just because you're dating somebody does not mean that you are laying down and having relations with them. So that's first of all. And secondly, I mean, she is a beautiful girl. Guess what? If I got the pick of the litter, I'm going to and listen. I want
but don't you think some of that's for clout though? Like I think
whatever the pick, I want the pick of the litter.
But I think it's for clout. At the end of the day, I mean, of course, I don't know back in the day who the celebrities were. That they made their thing too, but now there's social media. So I think she does it for clout, like just to get her followers up and things of that sort. Like,
some of it could definitely be.
Is she really in love with Michael B. Jordan? Like, is she really like dude had rented out a museum for?
I don't know. I don't know if this is for clout. I honestly think she's just living her best life. I really do. I have mixed feelings though. I have mixed feelings, and I am okay with my contradicting feelings. I'm okay with it. It is what it is. I feel like sis is doing a lot. I do feel that way.
You're doing a whole lot.
I feel like sis is doing a lot, especially when you date a father and son. Like, come on, like
that's what I'm saying.
Like
that's a little
father and son.
Yeah.
Did y'all see what Lil Boosie said about her though?
I did, and I don't like it. I don't
ahead.
like it at all. He pretty much was just like calling her a throwaway, in so many words. I do not think she is to be disrespected though. I feel like he went too far, as he typically does, regardless of who she's sleeping with, who she's not, she is deserving and worthy of respect and honor, period. Yeah. Because she's a woman, because she's a Black woman. On the flip side though, she's doing what niggas do all the time. Like all the time.
I know it's a double standard though. I feel you. Like I feel you, man.
There's a double standard to the point. It's like it's the respectability politics within me does come out, but also like nobody is mad when niggas do. Like there's this culture that we as women are to be chosen, right? But what she's doing is saying, hey, no, I'm in control here. I'm going to pick who I want to pick. I'm going to sleep with who I want to sleep with. You next? I don't know. Maybe so. So I love that she has taken the power back from being chosen, right? Like she's not waiting to be picked. I love that. And the inner like girl in me who was afraid could never do that. I'm rooting for her. Like you're doing, like, take one for the team, Lori. Like you're doing what we all wish we could, So a part of me is proud of what she represents. Another part of me wishes she would sit down somewhere.
Well, if it wasn't social media, we wouldn't know her business, right? Yeah. And so, I mean, she's just a high profile. She's high profile for one, because she's beautiful and people they gravitate towards people's business, right? And so if it wasn't for social media, we probably would never know who she was dating.
Yeah, Queen Latifah might did her thing back in the day. Who was hot back in the day?
Queen Latifah.
Who was hot? Who was a hot celebrity, woman celebrity back in the day?
I mean, you could think about people.
Oh, Halle Berry. Halle did a thing. You right. I mean, but end of the day, I think like the father and son thing got me. And I mean, I'm like, you're already celebrity. Like, why you out here doing this? I mean, it is a double standard. I'm not gonna it's a double standard.
Do we know that she actually dated these men, the father and son? Let's say
you don't think they
no, it
did a little thing.
Strategic marketing. Now I don't know what she does though, but what does she do for real? Do you know what
she don't do nothing? That's what I'm telling you. Just like Amber Rose. Amber Rose dated your boy Amari. Started Amari. What's the old dude name? Black and Yellow. What's his name? Wiz Khalifa.
Yes.
Like, what did Amber Rose do before that? She ain't do nothing. She got her baby. She got her money. She good. So I'm saying,
same with those Kardashian women.
Yeah, Kardashian had money. I mean, but you're right. But look, Let's be real.
Lori has money.
Real,
She don't need any of this clout.
I know y'all finna hate for me say this. It's gonna be another episode because we're going all day.
Lord.
Women love to be saved. Y'all know this.
Ooh,
Certain women love to be saved. Y'all think she want to be saved?
who's saving her?
Listen,
I'm not giving her money. We don't know that, but I'm saying like
But she can go out and get it on her own though. That's not. She's so high profile.
So you telling me she really in love with these dudes? Like she really interested in these dudes, or she just trying to get her name out there?
now I will say this because Michael B. Jordan now that's Bay, and if she not for real, I'm gonna need her to leave him alone. Leave him
I'm
out
saying,
there,
dude is a punk to me. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Leave Michael B. Jordan out of your shenanigans, okay, Lori?
Dude ran out a whole little aquarium for old girl. Like
So you
he a punk to me. Like, come on, bro.
So what you're saying is I can't get an aquarium. That's
yeah, you my friend, so that's totally different. But she been passed down from player to player. Like you, come on, Diddy, come on, bro.
You can't lie though. You can't lie. She and Michael B. Jordan are adorable. They are just adorable.
Women always fall for the nice guy. Look at Sierra and Russell Westbrook. Come on, let's be real.
Because who wants at the end of the day
by the nice guy? Y'all know that. Like, let's be real. Like, come on, Diddy's not finna save you. The son not finna save you. Future not finna save you. Saving who? Michael B. Jordan? Yeah. Michael B. Jordan been a nice guy since Fruitvale Station. Like, come on. Dude is a punk. He been saved. Like,
wait. No. What you're not gonna do is talk negatively about Bay, okay?
Right, I'm gonna move on.
I know this is your platform and this is your podcast, but I am personally offended, okay?
Is he a great actor? Absolutely. Dude is a great actor, but come on, like, I just feel.
What makes him a punk?
Okay, let me start because I'll do anything for Toni, right? But that's my fiance.
That's his girl.
You don't know what is going on in their household, their relationship, something. They could be married. We don't know.
I mean, maybe, but in 2 weeks though. I'm just saying, is that good? Okay, right.
It clearly is that good.
I mean, dude. Okay.
Trains behind her. Okay.
Y'all got anything to say? Because we'll go all day. I'm just saying, certain women, or I'm not labeling women, right? Because I love women. I love women. Black chocolate, light skin, all kind of women, right?
No, you don't love women.
I'm talking about I love women. Like I love black women. Not saying I'm. Come on, you know what I'm talking about.
Get it right.
I'm sorry. But some women love to be saved. That's all I'm gonna say. But we're gonna move on because yeah, anything to say? We gotta come on.
I'll go with you all day.
Okay, I'll get you aquarium, baby.
Get the aquarium now.
What you want? That stimulus about to hit. I got you. So I got you. All right, we're gonna move on, man. Look, we got Miss Alyb here. We appreciate you coming on. That was dope. All right. So look, who is Miss Alyb? Like, tell us who you are. Brittany, Allison, who are you?
Okay, so I tend to go by Alyb because half the folks know me as Allison, half the folks know me as Brittany. The hometown fam knows me as Brittany Brown, so that's why he's going back and forth with these names. But I am, as he introduced me earlier, I'm the host of Shades of Brown podcast. It is the podcast where I discuss my ever-evolving and sometimes contradicting thoughts. Coming from a Black millennial's perspective, I like to have conversations that may be taboo, but we address them in a way where we're comfortable with not having the answer and we're comfortable with embracing the middle ground. Like maybe you feel this and that at the same time. That's okay. That is your truth. That's your authentic space. And I think this, it's trendy to be authentic, right? But when we truly think about it, a lot of who we are is so complex and there's so much nuance and there's so much gray area that when we're truly authentic, we find ourselves in this middle space like, wait, but I have all of these opposing views. I mean, I was just talking about Lori Harvey. Like, I mean, I feel this way and that way, right?
Right.
So that is what my podcast is about. We talk about all things faith, all things relationships, and not just like love and romance, but like platonic friendships and platonic intimacy and familial relationships. And what do those look like? All those kinds of things. Talk about politics and emotional wellness, mental wellness, all the things, really, all of the things. But I wanted to create a safe space where we could have these conversations that allow people to be truly who they are and be okay with that, even if it contradicts. And I'm also I created a healing program called Healing from a Mother Wound. And I'm really excited about that. Yeah, I'm really excited about that because uh daddy issues, everybody talk about that, right?
Yeah.
We it's very common. It's particularly in our communities. It's very common for folks to have daddy issues, even if the dad was in the house. It's just very common, right? But no one wants to talk about that. It's just as common to have mommy issues.
True.
A lot of us are walking around with a mother wound, not knowing it, not realizing that the relationships we have is because our inner child is traumatized, or the way we show up at work is because our inner child is traumatized, or all of these things who we think we just are, our personality. The truth is, it's rooted in inner child trauma that wasn't healed. Maybe your mom was there physically, but she wasn't there emotionally, and you felt neglected and rejected. And now that shows up as perfectionism. Now that shows up as people pleasing. Now that shows up as codependent behavior, all of these things. So I've gone through my own healing journey, and I'm still on that journey, right? Because healing is just a journey. There is no there. But now I'm trying to look back and pull people up and say, hey, this is what this is. You don't have to settle for this broken lifestyle. Wholeness is available. Healing is available. So I'm helping sons and daughters. I'm walking with them through this journey. And it's so fulfilling and so rewarding. And I just, and with both this program, Healing from Mother Wound, and also my podcast, the goal is simple. It's to help heal the Black family, period, point blank.
Okay, you like a Black messiah. That's dope.
I love that you're doing that. We're gonna have to talk off camera because I didn't know
Yes.
part of your thing. But I love, like, let me tell you, what you said is spot on. Now I had a mother that was there, but in some ways she wasn't there because it was more than me, right? And so she had a lot of people to occupy, a lot of kids. I ain't gonna say it like that. My siblings occupied her time too.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And so now that I'm a mother, I see the energy that I put into one child, and I can imagine right now putting that same energy into multiple kids, whatever. And so it's a lot of things, like as we get older, we understand the sacrifices that our parents had to make because maybe she couldn't give me all the attention.
Yeah.
She had other responsibilities. So that's definitely amazing. But yeah, we got to talk off camera because
Absolutely.
like, spot on. Oh, we got to talk off camera.
And let me say this too, because I think that's so important, is when we come into this space of adulthood and we find ourselves in similar spaces that our parents were, we see, oh man, this was that, and this is why they did that. And I think it's important to note that they did the best they could, but also understand that their best still may have traumatized you. Right.
Don't repeat the cycle though. That's the
right
thing. Don't go into like I'm sorry because I'm passionate about this.
Go ahead.
We really have to talk out here. But I find myself going above and beyond with my daughter because the things that my mom didn't teach me, I want to make sure I teach her. Yep. And the things my mom did teach me, I definitely want to make sure I teach her as well. But also we have so many other influences as women. And I luckily, like the gaps were filled for me in my childhood. And I love that I was able to get things from my mother, but also things from other women that were so influential. So I'm sorry.
Oh, go ahead. I'm good.
Yes. I love what you're doing.
Okay, y'all share contact.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. I'm gonna try to share.
That made me feel like,
Yeah, like you back.
Women don't really talk about talk about or address the things with their mother as much as I got daddy issues.
Yeah, it's real. It's real. And it's so taboo because first, I don't want to get too deep, but we got to move on.
Oh, go ahead. We got time. I mean, we got time. Go ahead.
We have glorified the mother, right? It's like no one dares say anything bad about the mother. We will bash the father. We'll say what he didn't do, all these things, but no one would dare speak negatively about their mother.
That's true, though.
So we have this reality within us, but we have shamed ourselves because it's like I don't want to say anything, but it's like, but that's your experience. You know, your experience is valid, and you deserve to be healed from that experience if it was traumatic. And we can acknowledge that the mother role is glorious. We can acknowledge all of the sacrifices that she has made. We can acknowledge how amazing every mother is, while simultaneously caring for ourselves in a way that allows us permission to heal, allows us permission to step in this space and say, this happened to me. I was neglected, even if it was emotionally. Sure, maybe I had food, shelter, clothing, all those things. Maybe I had my basic safety needs met, or my basic survival needs met. But what about my safety? Emotional safety is a basic need for every single human. That's a basic need. So when that void is created, it has to be dealt with. So we can celebrate having one set of needs met while also dealing with the fact that another set of needs were not, you know?
Ooh. That
So
comes
yeah.
from what, chapter 3, verse 2 out of Brown and Hawthorne. No, that's real though. No, that's real. Like, I mean, if y'all gonna get off camera, I will, because y'all.
Yeah.
No, but look, that's crazy you said it, because I think about the other day, like Kirsten, she was like, I want to do this, I want to go outside. I'll be thinking like back to when I was a child, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm a daddy, I'm sorry. No, y'all did y'all best. Now I see it because I'll be like, dang, I gotta do these 8 hours, regardless I'm at home in the office, it's still 8 hours, right?
Yeah.
I still come in here with Hershey, and I'd be like, hey, can you, be quiet, I'm in a meeting or whatever, you know what I'm saying? After those 8 hours, we gotta go straight to practice. After practice, you gotta come home and take a shower. Mama gotta cook. You know what I'm saying? After that, mama doing her thing as far as her business, daddy doing his things for his business. Hell, it's 11, 12 o'clock.
Yeah.
And now I'll be like, dang, now I see, like, my pops will stay up, my mom still 1 or 2 o'clock, still trying to do stuff. And I hear conversations all the time. All I do is go home and cook. I'm like, damn, you don't know what we go through, because we got to cook.
Yes.
Entrepreneur, kid, dog. And I'm like, how do you find time? So now I understand, like, being older, the sacrifice that my parents made. Like, I know my dad went to the soccer field, or my mom, but I know, like, dang, when we got home, we took a bath, did our homework, went to bed, their day was just starting.
Yeah.
So I get down here, I gotta go back and do, my job that pays me. You know what I'm saying? So now I when I talk to them, I respect it more.
There's another level of gratitude for sure.
I'm like, damn.
But for me though, from the child's perspective, it's just like the child didn't ask to be here. It's like, yeah, sure, you got all these roles, but I didn't ask to be here. I'm just a child with these human needs, right? So for me, it's like it's understanding that this thing is generational. Like Toni said, this thing is generational. And until someone stops to actually feel the pain and stop brushing it under the rug, until someone stops and says, hey, I'm hurting and I want to do something about it, it will just continue to perpetuate generation after generation after generation and continue to be produced broken sons and broken daughters, right? But for me, it's like, if we're talking about, equality and social justice and white supremacy, yes, those things have to be dealt with. But what if we actually get what we want, and in America apologizes, they give us reparations, whatever, we're still going to be left with a broken Black family.
We still got that wrong. That's why I be saying it all the time. Like, and people gonna hate me. It don't matter. It's my podcast. But the crazy thing is, we'll go out there, and this is real. This is real life. We'll go out there. The cop shop the Black dude, or they ain't the Black neighborhood and all this. But I'm like, we have our own issues we won't even address.
Yeah.
Like the father leaving the mother of the home. The father not having the man not leading the household, the man not having a full-time job. You see what I'm saying? The things the man is supposed to do in the Black family. Go ahead.
And we can walk and chew gum at the same time, right? There are multiple fights that we're fighting in, and it's unfortunate because these fights are not our own. And the truth is, even these issues within our community, they are all rooted in white supremacy too, right? Mother wounds, we have them specifically for the Black woman. It goes back to Black women who have not been given permission to care for themselves. We're always giving, right? We never care for ourselves. And it goes back to the broken Black family unit because of racism, right? So we can trace it all back. But I agree with you. We've got to deal with the in-house stuff and get our stuff together.
It's a mindset shift.
Right. I think you just said it. So it's two things. I teach people this all the time when I'm at work. It's two things that it drives me crazy. And I know everybody's not perfect, right? But we have to practice these things. The first thing is accountability. Not being accountable or having excuses is just the same way of not want to be accountable or just having excuses. They're both the same, right? And also, it's the mindset. I had a consult, and I know whatever. I had a consult last week, and this girl, she was like, "Hey," and I told him, I said, "Hey, the money's gonna come, right?" I said, "But first, you got to be consistent. Putting out your episodes, putting out your material, your podcasting, that sort." And she was like, "Hey, do you have a full-time job?" I'm like, "I absolutely do."
Please, I'm the testament of keep your job before you.
I mean, I sure will quit tomorrow, but no, just playing. I love my job.
I quit.
Make good money.
And I'm like, I should have stayed.
But look, we all make mistakes, and I still love you. Matter of fact, I need you to cook. No, but look, no, seriously. She was like, "Hey, do you ever get tired? Like, do you have a full-time job?" And I was like, "Yeah." Because at the end of the day, I'm gonna be honest. I don't, and this is real. This is my own testament. Toni has her own testament, right? I don't. When I wake up in the morning, I do not think about being tired, because at the end of the day, when I get up, we have a child to be responsible for. We have a 4-month-old dog that's a damn baby. You understand? We have cars, we have bills, we have candles, shirts, podcasts that has to be tended to. So I may go to bed at 12. She may go to bed at 12 or 1. We may get up at 4 or 5 or go back to sleep, wake up at 7. And we talked to Janet about this on long time ago episode, like, how does your household function like being an entrepreneur? And she was like, it ain't normal. Hell, ours ain't normal either. You know what I'm saying? I don't think about getting tired. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I can't. Because when I
Yeah.
do, and this episode, I need y'all to watch it. It's called I Am Athlete. Dude was saying, who was it? I can't think. It was Cam Newton, I believe. I can't remember. But he says, or Brandon, one of them, just go back and watch it. I'll post a link. He was saying that when, as a man, and this is just a man experience, I can't be vulnerable or stop going because then everything falls.
Mm.
Because of the fact that I put it on me. I guess I get it from my father. It's a man responsible to make sure that his, spouse or fiance, are we married? Make sure that those make sure those things are held together. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I know it's generation has changed and things of that sort, but it's a
Yeah.
man responsibility to make sure that his household is in order. And I'm not perfect by any chance.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I have to make sure, even if I got $5 in my pocket, that my family wants for nothing. You
Yes, I
understand?
love that. That's commendable. It's honorable. I do though, and I am very intentional about making sure the Black men that I interact with know that there is safety here. And I feel like we have to understand that we can do all those things, but we have to make time for ourselves, because we can't pour from empty cup. We can't. We have to. And now again, this is coming from someone who I'm not married. I don't have any children. So I do understand my privilege, in saying these things, right? But I wholeheartedly
Girl, come get
believe
Kirsten.
I do wholeheartedly believe though that we have to take a moment to, like she said earlier, check in with ourselves, right? Even if that's it, to check in with ourselves. What do I need today? Am I good to function on 100? Do I need a minute? Do I need an extra long lunch today? Whatever that thing is, I do think though, even Black men have to check in with themselves.
Yeah, they do. Oh, I'm sorry. I told you I'll bring it.
Go ahead.
Ocho Cinco, back to I Am Athlete. That's a dope podcast. It's past athletes of the NFL. And they had just like a 30-minute episode on mental check, and everybody rated themselves 1 to 10. We should have rated ourselves. We're going to start doing that. Next episode, we're going to do that. And Ocho Cinco, if y'all know, he was wide receiver. He played for Cincinnati Bengals, and he played for the Patriots. I forgot how he from Miami, but he was like, I'm not doing so well. I just lost my mother. And she was, she held the family together. And he was like, that was my OG. That was my lady. That's my dog. And he was hurt. He was crying. You know what I'm saying? And the thing about the Black family, especially Black men, we do not. Let me tell you, you got to be tough or you a punk. So me and my guys, we have started doing it in our group chats. We're like, hey, if nobody talks for a whole day, we're like, hey, check in. Everybody good?
I love that.
You know
I love that so much.
It can be like, hey, we're good. The baby's doing good. Or, hey, I want to go to the club. Hey, where the girls at? Just real. We're just real talk. Or, hey, family got this going on, or hey, this going, whatever. You
or
know.
hey, y'all came together with these soccer fees.
Oh, soccer. I said, hey, we got to raise this money for Kirsten. I said, look, we got Popeyes coupons, $10 for first 5, get them. We raised over like what, $250 in like 3 hours. You see what I'm saying?
I
So that's
love that.
Yeah. So, but I think people, we got to more check in more. Like
we
gotta
do.
stop
We
telling
have
pump,
to.
you know?
Yeah. Let's just leave the word alone, right? And I know that we don't, we in the process of this evolution of the Black family, we don't have to lose our culture, right? Like we can still enjoy each other, we can still laugh at the same things, but just take the stigma off of mental health, take it off of emotional wellness, and normalize it by doing what you're doing. It doesn't have to be weird, right? It doesn't have to be like, hey, we're doing mental health check-ins. How are you doing?
Right.
It doesn't have to be
hey,
that.
everybody good, you know?
Are you good? How's
Yeah,
the family? Like just normalize feeling your feelings, normalize verbalizing those feelings and being okay with whatever it is, even if you're not okay.
You know, it's crazy. I'm gonna say this, and we're gonna change gears, but I'm gonna say this and I'll move on. I'll never forget. I think I told Toni this when I was preparing to ask her to marry me, right? Oh, thank God she asked me. She said, yeah, because I would have cussed her.
I want to hear y'all story too later.
Ooh, that's a whole episode. Okay, I'm gonna say this. We're gonna tell our story, then we're gonna change gears. But look,
Okay.
so I remember I had people helping me plan, right? But I think that really was a wake-up call to me, was like, damn, for 34 years, I really was like, I'm good. I'm not talking about no mental health. I'm good. But just going through that, like trying to get this together, get this, get that, get this, whatever, and just having people in my ear, and I was like, I ain't okay right now.
Yeah.
And I was like, the day before I did, we had people come in town. I didn't eat. I was just like I said, baby, get your hair done. You gotta take pictures tomorrow. And I just wasn't okay because it wasn't that, it was nothing just we got going on. It was just like, I got all this stuff going on and nobody stopped to say, are you okay? You see what I'm saying? So that's why it's important. Well, we're gonna talk about our story. You want to say first part or whatever, and then we can go to talking about these HBCUs and these PWIs.
Sam was a thought back in the day. He was a thought back in the day, and we were friends. No, I'm just saying.
So look,
no, it's the real deal. No, I'm gonna give the short version because he.
You give your little version. I'm gonna give my little version.
Don't call it a little version.
Big time version.
Short version.
I'm trying to plan another podcast right now. Go ahead, man.
Short version is we worked together. I was actually in the training class with some more people from Dothan. And well, no, one person was from Dothan, the other person was his best friend. And so he used to always be hanging around. And he would be at my desk all the time.
Anyway,
that's how it originally started, right? I'm gonna say anyway. That's
go
really
ahead.
How it started. Like,
okay, he was going to your sister's house and all this.
He used to harass me. But we met like back in 05 or 06.
05. It was 05.
05. Yeah. So I mean, I was a freshman. He was whatever he was.
I was sophomore or he was a junior, whatever.
Anyway, but we over the years we talked off and on. And I don't know, I got on Snapchat. Like I can't even remember. I got on Snapchat. Some way we connected. Again, girl,
you missed like
years. I know
so many years.
I'm skipping way ahead, right? Yeah. Anyway, I was on Snapchat. He seen that I was in Atlanta. At the same time he was in Atlanta, and we ended up being like down the street from each other hotel wise. And so he walked over to where I was, and we went out and we partied.
Oh, fun.
The whole night, whatever. Anyway, and then the next week we went to Essence. Like I met him at Essence, and then like from there we just been like,
oh, that's cool.
It's
like so spontaneous and fun. I love that.
That's the first time you told that story. I always tell it.
I know, because he's so long-winded. He would be still talking.
I'm gonna tell you my story. So I just putting on a little snap. We recording. Can I turn? Oh, here we go. We recording Snapchat. Hey, Elevate by SJC. But look, so the crazy thing how this all started. So yeah, she right about the first part. We met at the workplace, whatever. 20. Can I be?
No, don't tell. No, you can tell her off camera.
Okay, but look, anyway, so I seen her on Snap, right? And I'm like, hey, you in the NO? I'll be there. Da, da, da. And no, yeah, I added you as a friend.
Yeah, I was in New Orleans.
She was in New Orleans.
I was in New Orleans originally.
Yeah, you missed that part.
I was in New Orleans originally because we travel all the time. So I was which is good. That's how we met,
yeah.
right? But I was in New Orleans originally, and then I went to Atlanta, and then he was like, "Come back to New Orleans next." I was going anyway, but
we damn near didn't meet. Let me tell you how. So I was going to go on a road trip. I had just flew back from Miami because I was working on assignment for like 2 months. Came back single, doing my thing.
Were you single?
I mean, I was doing my thing. Well, I wasn't single. Whatever. You got the ring, right? All right. So anyway, so coming back, I saw my partner say, "Hey, bro, I'm gonna come to Nashville because I'm doing a road trip. Then I'm gonna go to South Carolina to see my brother Eli. He had just got hired by Amazon, and I'm saying after South Carolina, I'm gonna drive to Birmingham. I'm gonna catch a train in New Orleans because the Essence. I'm free for about a week and a half because I'm on vacation." So my pops called me. He was like, my mom called me. She's like, "Hey, you need to come to Birmingham because your people from Akron is down here." I'm like, I'm trying to get on them. I'm not trying to go no Birmingham. So my dad hit me up, my mom. So if I went to Nashville, I would have went to South Carolina and never would have seen her.
Wow.
I ended up going to Birmingham. Okay, left Birmingham, drove to Atlanta, got there late, seen her on the snap. I'm like, "Oh, you in the Ace?" You like, "Yeah." I had this rinky-dink ass hotel room. It was so hot. I had to go to I had to go to the Walmart, buy me a box fan. Yeah. Still was hot. It was like one of them hotels tonight, $80 hotels, cool, whatever. And we met up, had a good time, went to some hole in the wall ass strip club.
Nina.
They was shooting. They almost about to shoot a fight. Who said we could catch this Uber back to the room?
No, you remember we got. No, I'm sorry. This is so funny.
Oh yeah, we was in the car with no folks.
We were in the car with some people, and
dude was about to hit us.
The strip club. No, they hit on my side.
They hit the car.
They hit us. And then the person got out of the car was like, "I ain't hit y'all." I was like, "No, you didn't."
Yeah.
You didn't.
Yeah, they was like
Keep
ratchet.
Going.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Went inside the club. They was about to fight. We're like, "No, we about to catch this Uber."
No, before we caught the Uber, we got the chicken wings.
We got the chicken wings outside. Then the little Tahoe dude called us on the Uber.
I do hear that Atlanta strip clubs have the best wings.
Got the wings. After that, we went to Mary Mac's, and then she was going back to the crib. I said, "I'm gonna go to South Carolina." We kept texting. I'm like, "Hey, and after South Carolina, I went back to Birmingham, caught the train. I was like, "Hey, no, I'm going to the Essence." Went to the Essence.
Had time.
She came down there. I didn't answer the phone. She was gonna come back to Huntsville. I had to call her or text her from my parents' phone. No, I called her from the hotel phone. And I was like, or something like that. I texted from my parents' phone, like, "Hey, this is Mr. Crawford. Please turn around." Because she had turned around because she had drove like 6 hours because I answered the phone. I was drunk. I was drunk. Anyway, she ended up coming back 5 o'clock in the morning. We had the best time of our life, and we here 5 years later, 6 years later. So yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's how we met. Anyway, we're gonna get into the HBCU. Like,
I love Black Love, y'all. Thank you for sharing that story. That's amazing.
No, that's too much podcasting.
Let's talk about these HBCUs. Because well, what we'll say is we went to school in the same city, all of us, right? Yes. And so it's so interesting to know that, of course, we went to Alabama A&M, and you went to?
I went to the University of Alabama in Huntsville.
Which, same city. So it's so interesting.
What kind of school that is?
Well, I want to know what brought you to Huntsville for UAH.
Yeah, it was, I had honestly always dreamed of going to an HBCU. I'm talking like little girl having no idea what college is about.
I want to go to a PWI when I was little. I want to go to the University of Alabama. I ain't going to
No, as a little girl, I just had this dream of going to Spelman. I really did. Like, y'all, I've always been blackity black, okay? Like, it runs through my veins, right? But you know, that as a little girl, finances, it just, the concept of money just wasn't a thing, right? So you get to high school and it's like, wait, I need money to go to school. And yes, my parents, you know, are more than willing, you know, and thankfully able to, you know, put me through school, but also scholarships. And it was legit. Like, I applied to several schools. I applied to a whole bunch of places. And the only folks who gave me even a little bit of money, like, it was chump change, but it was something, right? And that was UAH. And it was like, well,
for real?
They're paying for something. So
not even the HBCU gave like even thought.
No, but I will say this though, that we knew someone who was at UAH, and they, you know, knew someone in admissions, and they had some I had a plug basically to get me this little bit of money, which I appreciate that little bit because again, the other universities did not offer me a dime. In hindsight, I can see why this is why, parents push their children to be in extracurricular stuff, sports and arts and all these other things. I didn't do anything, not scholarship worthy, at least. Like I was involved, but not in a way that would position me for really, really good scholarships. And long story short, I ended up at UAH. And yeah, I was the only one like out of my whole family to go to a PWI like that because my oldest sister who went to A&M back in the late 80s, she went to like A&M. My sister, niece, cousins.
You sold out.
Friends from back home all went to A&M. And I went to Huntsville. Even the guy I was dating at the time went to A&M.
I was about to say, whose parties did you go to?
No, seriously, now my social
PWI.
I stayed on the hill though. Like I stayed.
Of course, Black love, baby. Come on.
Stayed. Yeah.
But you know what's crazy though is
sleeping in the dorm rooms, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, ain't nothing like the hill. Look, the crazy thing you say that is because I talked about this a long time ago, maybe on the podcast. I don't know. We record a lot, right? Is we talk about some of the top athletes going to we had to talk to my nephew. Like they say our nephew, really my nephew, he talks to me more. But look,
literally
he really talked to me more, I'm gonna be honest. But look, crazy thing is he was like HBCU didn't even recruit him. And he said that if they did, he would give it more thought. You know what I'm saying? Wow. So it's crazy that you say that only a PWI gave you even thought or some money to go to. That's crazy. We need to like change it. I will say when I was growing up, I always wanted to go to UA. Always, not gonna even lie.
Wow.
To be honest. Yes, I was a Roll Tider. My second choice was FAMU because that band and them women. Back in the day, number 3 is I got a number 3 like my senior year. I did a trip up here in Huntsville, and then I was like, man, if I get in trouble, it's gonna take my mom and dad 5 hours to get to me, versus going to FAMU is gonna take about 2.
Yeah.
So you calculate the
cost.
I
was like, because I know I'm gonna go on this hill and act up. It's gonna take a minute for them to get to me. So
they're gonna cool down by the time they get
Yeah, they'll cool down. So I was calculating in my head, I'm a triple man. Okay, yeah. But no,
that's funny.
No lie, I will be honest. A&M has been the biggest blessing of my life. I have my fiance that I met there. One of my best friends I met on the hill.
Yeah.
We was actually at UH at a phone party, and we had switched cars when I go.
That sounds like some UAH stuff.
Yeah. So so it's been some. I love Black college. I love Black culture.
I'm jealous.
I love it. There's nothing like homecoming. I don't look, white folks, y'all got the homecoming. Yeah, we've been to UA. I go to UA game. I still represent Alabama, no lie, hands down. But ain't nothing. Nothing like an HBCU homecoming. Like everybody prepare for an HBCU homecoming. I'm kind of upset too, is because I'm not upset. I'm kind of like in between. Lately, all this HBCU love, like the guilty pleasure. The NBA did the whole NBA All-Star game on dope, and it was dope. Like every quarter, they donated to the United Negro College Fund or
retool your school.
Retool your school, A&M. Make sure y'all go do it. When is it up? Go the 15th. Retool your school.
I have voted.
Most definitely. We got A&M got their own little alumni group on Facebook. It's so dope. But it's just like, my thing is NBA did, they did the Thurgood Marshall Fund, the UNFC, all that stuff, right? Everybody talking about HBCUs on ESPN. Hell, ESPN got an HBCU week. And I swear it's an HBCU week every other week. No lie. But my thing is, why now?
I don't know why now. I've been asking myself that question a lot the past year. Why now? What was it about?
You really know why.
What was it about Breonna Taylor? What was it about Ahmaud Arbery?
Exactly.
What was it about George Floyd that now
you appreciate?
Yeah. So
capitalization. That's why.
Yeah. But you know what though? It really is. In a lot of ways, it can be a double-edged sword. But I'm trying to be one of those people where I'm not a skeptic about everything. I'm trying. And I'm just trying to be like, you know what? Well, at least they see it now. right? Because our schools do need funding. Our
They
schools,
do.
and I'm saying our as if I went to one,
I
but
know our school. You're. We'll let you come on in. Come on.
thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Y'all, I be real deal jealous, envious out here in the
Real.
streets because I don't have college culture. Because even with my PWI is different in that I went to a white school in Alabama. Typically, when you think about Alabama, you think about Roll Tide, you think about Auburn,
Yeah.
and they have their own cultures, right?
Right.
UAH doesn't have a culture.
Yeah, they don't. Yeah, that's true.
It's an engineering school. They have a hockey team. There is no football team,
Yeah.
so
A
it's like,
basketball team, but ain't no
yeah,
HBCU. Yeah,
but
I
there's
feel
just
you. That's
doesn't
real. I've been
culture.
up. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, there's no culture. So it's like
Ain't
I
no
don't have
hill. Ain't none of that.
yeah,
Gotta
nothing.
go to the cafeteria.
I now it's very nice, buildings and stuff that the tuition I paid for then is paying for them
Oh
buildings.
yeah,
None of that
UH got them buildings now. I see them. I'm like,
Listen,
yeah. But like, we coming up though. Hey, we got
yeah,
the
yeah.
new what's that building? The new. It's like a civic center type thing in front of the off the parkway. Yeah. So
And I appreciate that they're getting more attention. Now, let me tell you this. I'll take it how you want to take it, but this is factual. So our last administration, the guy who shall remain nameless, under his administration, there was a black man named Henry Childs III, who was the national director for the Minority Business Development Agency, MBDA. Yes.
get it
And
right.
he was the one responsible for getting the funding to all those HBCUs that the last president always talks about, how he did so much for the Black community and so much HBCUs. What he's referring to is what that black man did under his administration. So I will say that, listen, I don't care how it gets there, but I am happy that our schools are getting more attention, because the thing is, when you look back at it, the whole reason why they exist, right? It's like we had to figure it out. We have always had to just figure things out, right? But in a time now it's more of a, we want to preserve their legacy and preserve the culture, right? And we should be able to, and they should get the same prestige as any of these other schools. They should be able to receive the same funding, the same grants as any of these other PWIs. You know what I'm saying? So I'm happy that they're getting more attention, even though it feels a little bit like, oh, back then y'all didn't want me, now I'm hot, y'all on me. It has that vibe to it,
You know what's crazy?
But we have to take the good and the bad together and just be thankful. Not like just be thankful in a dismissive way, but be appreciative that we are now coming to a space where HBCUs are starting to get the notoriety that they should have been getting.
They should. That's
a long
true.
time ago.
It's crazy because my brother, he always liked Auburn, and my mom was like, "Yo, ass going to A&M." So he want to go to Auburn so bad. Huh?
Did they go to A&M?
My parents?
Yeah.
No, my dad went to where did he go? He went to Creighton University first, then he went to Memphis State, which is now Memphis University, and my mom went to Wallace.
And were they HBCUs?
Huh?
Was it that the school your dad went to?
Man, Creighton University, Memphis, straight white up. Come on, PWI.
Oh.
Now look. Now HBCU hot daddy. Now you want to put A&M hat on all the doggone time. No, we were the first school, in our family. But I'm not gonna lie, I love it. Like, I don't know, Kirsten, I hope she do go to HBCU.
Well, she will go where
the money is. A&M gonna offer her some money. Okay? I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I got a full scholarship to A&M.
Yeah. So I ain't gonna lie. I ain't get no money, but I went. So what?
I said flex, sis.
Right. I ain't get no money, but I ain't pay either. But look. I will say this. I got an episode coming up, and it's crazy. It just happened today. My homeboy put something old memory on Facebook, Throwback Thursday, and we were talking about something I threw up on my homeboy's shirt my freshman year, and I never gave him money to get his T-shirts. Anyway, we all stood on the fifth floor. We're gonna do a fifth floor podcast. It's like a reunion show. We're gonna do it this weekend. It's gonna be dope.
Nice.
All the shenanigans. We have to edit the crap out of that. But I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes the food was recycled. Sometimes the dorm rooms wasn't.
We had Papa John's on our campus. We had
Chick-fil-A on our campus.
We had
CC's. What's that? $5 pizza. Listen, no, we ain't had Little Caesars. We had Dollar General. Not just playing, but Greasy Spoon. It was like Greasy Spoon had some of the best greasy, fattening, non-healthy breakfast ever. But despite all the bad things, I had some of the best experiences ever at A&M. So
heck, I had some of the best experiences at A&M.
PWI, not just playing. But I'm not no lie. I love HBCU. I represent A&M to the day I die. On my podcast, I always try to put a plug about A&M. Like start here, go anywhere.
And A&M. I think that the lady that isn't the lady who like found the cure for cancer. Didn't she graduate from A&M? There's a black woman.
It is. I forgot her.
You don't even know her name.
Listen, but she's a black woman and she has the cure for cancer and she came from A&M. Okay.
Y'all know ain't no cure for cancer.
Yes, there is.
All right, watch out. You know they watching them people.
Everything in the universe.
But look, we gonna take a small break.
Hold on, let me say this.
Go ahead,
my bad, because we on the HBCU versus PWI. It's okay if you go to PWI.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I went to HBCU for my undergrad,
and which is cool.
I also dealt with some of the shenanigans, and so for my master's, I went to a PWI. Nothing's wrong with it. You can go wherever you want to go. Get the education.
You got me started. Go ahead.
Get the education, but come back and service your community.
Yeah, there's shame on both sides, right? Like the folks who go to PWIs, there has been some shame perpetuated, like, oh, y'all going to HBCUs, and there has also been shame from y'all towards us, right? Like it's like,
it's about I got a homeboy at Ole Miss. We go back and forth all the time, talking about man, you PWI connects and all that. Man, look. Ole Miss, Alabama, Auburn, I love y'all. But when you go to those classrooms, it's 500 kids, one teacher. You go to HBCU, it's about what, 20, 10, hell, sometimes 2 to a teacher. You get that experience, man. Ain't nothing like, black collard greens, chicken. You cook that chicken tonight.
Yeah.
It's just that experience. Like, I love.
Yeah, I just don't have that.
Classic. Come on, you funnel cakes. You know, you like.
To that point, just recently, I was, long story short, I was applying for school. I didn't end up going because God changed my plans, but I was thinking about going back to school, and I reached out to this particular school. Required 2 or 3 letters of recommendation. One, it had to be from a former professor, and I'm like, I don't know any of my professors. I literally had to Google them. I had to Google UAH professors and find which ones, were my professors, right? Then when I finally found the ones that I remembered, I reached out to 2 of them, hoping that one would say yes. And I reached out to my finance professor, and he legit responded saying, I'm happy you're going back to school. Congratulations, but I don't feel comfortable writing your recommendation because I don't even remember who you. He said there were so many of you in my class. There's no way I could, thoroughly write a recommendation. And then I look at my friends from Huntsville, my family members who talk about. There was a specific guy they always talked about. God rest his soul. I think he passed in the past 5 years. But they would always talk about him. And I'm like, y'all know y'all professors like that? Like, I do not know these people at all. Let alone have a relationship with them.
I have one DK. I have to give DK a shout out because I love DK. Oh my God. But I work for him. I can go back and visit him. Me and your mom went to go visit him when we had the last homecoming. But can step in there and still see your stuff on the wall, like a war, all of that. Yeah.
I remember one of mine, I can't remember his name, but he was like, what you call him, Indian, and he was like, Mr. Crawford, I haven't seen you all week. You missed one more class?
They remember.
I call your parents.
Yeah.
What? Oh my goodness.
They'll call your people. Yeah.
I wish my chemistry professor would have done that. I wish she would have done that. Because they don't care.
Yeah, I had Miss Glasper. Shout out.
Glasper.
She was like, I will call your mama. No, like real deal. I'm gonna pick up and call Amy.
Yeah, they would be like they real. They real.
Yeah, I love that, and I think it's something that it's priceless, and I really hate that I didn't have that experience for real. And even with when you think about Black doctors, Black dentists, Black lawyers, a lot of those folks went to HBCUs. The majority of them went to HBCUs. To talk about folks, who, because I will admit now, when I graduated college, I had my life set up in a way where my peers that went to A&M didn't. I will admit that. But like I think it's case by case, scenario by scenario. When you look at the big picture, you see that so many successful Black people come out of HBCUs. Like, why is this even a conversation? Like, the data is there.
You know, Bay went to my Bay went to HBCU. What's my Bay in the vice president? Bay.
Oh,
Kamala
Yeah.
Bay. Yeah, she
Really,
went
you
to
gotta call
This
her
was
Bay.
some
just from
Bay.
Kamala. Shout out.
President Bay.
President Bay in waiting.
Yes.
So yeah,
Kamala and Keisha.
yeah.
Kamala and Keisha. I love that now.
Stacey Abrams. All of them.
Yes.
Yeah,
All three of
on
them.
the All-Star game, they was talking about how many people, like, just successful Black people went to HBCU.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
so
Kamala them, Keisha them, Stacey.
it's them, say all them. Yeah, so it's dope. But look, that's a great discussion on HBCUs and PWIs. Look, it's all love in the day, but my preference, hopefully, her preference too, is HBCU. I wish I had that recording on here. But look, we're gonna take a break. Look, historically Black college and university. We're gonna take a break. We're gonna go to our Exit 30 segment. We'll be right back.
This is your Exit 30 segment, brought to you by Hot Wicks and Scents. Looking for a way to add a touch of luxury to your day? Shop Hot Wicks and Scents for uplifting nostalgic fragrances that are sure to please your senses. Always remember to stay hot. Come visit us at www.hotwicksandscents.com.
Their own commercial.
See, I blame both of y'all.
It's their own commercial.
I blame both of y'all
That's fine.
because I played the wrong doggone segment. So I most definitely blame both of y'all. So let me play the right commercial, and then we'll go to our Say It With Your Chest. I blame both of y'all because we so deep. We'll be right back.
Your favorite segment, Say It With Your Chest, is brought to you by elevatebysjc.com. Shop for the latest Elevate gear and watch the latest episodes. And don't forget, elevation requires separation. Back to you, SJC.
Thank you, Sherry. Make sure you guys shop at the Elevate by SJC store. Some good stuff coming out: coffee mugs, wristbands, and some summer stuff. Like we got this shirt, got the hoodie. I know it's about to get hot outside. May discount those, but yeah, make sure you shop with Elevate by SJC. Also, the latest episode is on there as well. All right, so we're gonna, take a small little deep dive into Black culture overall, and also, just what's next for Miss Alyb. So, first of all, Black culture. Like, how do y'all feel? Like, what's next for us as far as Black people all together? Like, what's next? Like, we had the George Floyd thing last year. I think it was a dope movement. Rest in peace, George Floyd. No, the trial going on right now. HBCUs getting the spotlight they finally deserve. I think Black people just winning. If they just give them out damn reparations, it'd be good.
Well, that's what I was going to say. I hope that we start to get on a wealthy, building that generational wealth. That's what I hope the next state. Yeah. Because when you got money behind you, you got to worry about some of the other things, right? Like that mental health will be in check. When you got a little bit of money, a little bit cushion behind you, you don't have to worry about the basic necessities and that's what a lot of us have to struggle with day to day.
That's true. Yeah. Y'all know, actually, I was looking the other day. I'm sorry. It's a suburb in Chicago called Evanston. They're pledging $10 million funding to reparations of the Black community. Pretty dope. And what they're using is in Evanston.
I have a brother who lives there.
Really? Yeah. And guess what? They're using the sales tax for marijuana.
Wow.
Good. Yeah.
Good.
Using our stuff.
Well, good. But also, if you're going to do that, then let every single nigga that's in jail from some weed charges, let them out.
That's another subject, y'all. Come on now. Look. I was just about to say that using our stuff to give back to us. So really, it's just our money giving back to us. But they so that's something that's dope. So we winning overall. I said it last year, like after 400 years, what's the next 400 years going to look like? You know what I'm saying?
What I want, what I would love for it to look like, us not begging white folks to love us. I would love for us to take that same energy and put it into our community. And it's happening. It's happening, where we are looking inwardly. I will forever, be verbal about social justice, equality, equity, all those things, right? I'm passionate about it. But what I'm more passionate about is Black people, period. I love Black people more than I hate white supremacy. So if we would just put that energy inward, stop. They don't care about us, and they are not
They
going to
don't.
start.
But look, you know what's crazy? I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm trying to break in. Look, I'm gonna have a segment called Two Things. I always got two things, right? I think I got three things this time. Oh, two things. That'd be dope. Two
I
things.
like it.
Two things, right? Maybe three. But the first one is we gotta stop blaming the white man for everything.
Well, I mean, the white man is at fault for everything.
Yeah. But yeah, that's true. But my thing also in the day, you can't advance in life if you keep blaming the past, right? Address it. I tell you all the time.
Well, is it a blame or is it an acknowledgement?
It's acknowledgement. But my thing, what I tell you all the time. Yeah, baby, you right. But let's move on. End of the day, hell, you can't change it. Let's move on. I understand that. I trust me. I do.
And I think though, because I hear that rhetoric often, particularly from Black men, but I think though it has to shift from. I agree with Toni. We're not blaming. We're acknowledging the truth of the matter, right?
True.
So what I'm saying is not dismissive at all. I do think that we have to continue fighting this battle, but let's stop begging. In any other scenario, we would be calling folks dumb. Like, why are you begging for them to like you? Move on, right? Like, let's build our own communities. They're not going to like us, right? So I'm less concerned about equality than I am equity.
I agree.
Pay me what you owe me, but and then let me worry about, like, just like the Asian community does. And I'm not comparing.
That dollar circulate on it.
Our struggles are so different, right? So I'm not comparing how our families are set up, but I desire to see our families live within all races, but independent of all races, right? So Spanish communities, Asian communities, and honestly, even some African communities that come over, and because Black American is very different than African American. Y'all know
they don't
right?
like it. I was just playing. Look. You know what's crazy though? Look, I'm sorry, I ain't ready to break in. I don't forget. Oh yeah. Y'all remember Susu? What happened to Susu?
Y'all, I got. I'm gonna keep it a book. I got.
You did?
Yes.
Oh God! Look, I didn't mean to. I was thinking about you talking about circulating. I think the Susu started in the Asian community, didn't it?
It actually, I think it's a Caribbean thing and an old Eastern thing. So
okay.
Yeah.
I was thinking about the Susu when you said Asian. That was.
I think it works if you know your group, right?
Yeah.
Like us three. We're gonna all get behind you for a thing, and then everybody gets behind me, and then. But no, when you texting people and saying, "Oh, I need you to join," and then when your people join, then we gonna put your name at the top and do like that's no.
Yeah.
It's on my bad. I gotta get off my head. I'm sorry. And also, we gotta.
How much did you get got for?
How much you got for? Go on, tell everybody. Ooh, couple hundred.
A rack.
Damn. Y'all better give my homegirl her money. Whoever you are, y'all better give homegirl her money so she can shop at my damn store. That's crazy. We thought about doing it, but I was like, Susu, you,
Because it was working so well for
everybody before you.
Listen,
yes,
I got in there. But here's the thing, though. I had been asked like 4, 5, 6 times before, and I was like, it was a firm no every single time. But when I finally said yes, it was too late. I said, God dog you.
They got you.
They got me.
That's crazy, man. That Susu get you. That's crazy. I actually said, yep, that Asian, that's Susu. But I was gonna say also is my second thing is we got to stop. Well, I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna still buy Nike. I ain't gonna lie. We need to shop with us first.
See, look at you. I'm all about buying Black now. Listen, my laundry detergent, my toothbrush. Listen,
I ain't buying no Yeezys for no damn $3,000. I'll tell you that. And he Black. Well, I'm not doing it, but I'm buying Nikes. Yeah. But the reason I said it, because I remember, no lie, I'll never forget. I went to my best friend's house, him and KJ Pearl, shout out. We went to my godson's first birthday in Tallahassee, and we went around the corner to get some shea butter.
A Black-owned beauty supply.
First one I've ever seen in my life, no lie. Black-owned beauty supply store.
Yeah.
and she owned that Andy hair salon next to her. I'll never forget her.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? To this day, I'm never gonna ever wear another lotion. I'm gonna do shea butter. And since that day,
You know
three
what? When I moved to Nashville in 2018, and right around that, it was like December 2018. And right around that time, the first Black-owned beauty supply store in Nashville opened up. And it was about 20 minutes from where I was living. I would pass 3, 4, 5 beauty supply stores just to go to that one because I wanted to buy Black. And it boils down to, now granted, I know access is the thing, right? If you are living, I used to live in Utah. If you are living in Utah, it is going to be hard to buy Black. I understand, right?
Right.
But when you do have access, it boils down to a decision. How bad do you want it? Like how committed are you? Because it's not going to always be convenient, but how committed are you?
Right.
You have ease of access to the Walmarts and to the Krogers and to all these
so easy
because of capitalism and because of oppression, right? The ease of access is a direct result of oppression, right? So we want to live, and fight for freedom. Let's do that in the way we spend. And I understand the sacrifice. I do, but it is going to cost us. It is. We need car dealerships. We need grocery stores. We need libraries. We need schools. We need banks. We need hospitals.
Banks
all
is
of it.
Number one, because
real estate.
Have we need the bank to fund.
Yeah. What's the new Greenwood? The Greenwood coming with your boy. What's his name?
Mike. We also have One United Bank, that's online only, and there are several spread around, right? There's a few in Georgia, there's a few in Tennessee, there's a few in the South, right? And it's difficult, right? But we need all these things. We can't, and I'm all about everybody's hustle, right? But everybody can't do the same thing, right? We need to diversify what we need to diversify our products and services. There's a lane for everybody, and I respect everybody's hustle, but we need more than shea butter. We need shea butter.
Yeah, I love shea. I wish I had it out here.
The thing that I find, and I don't know how to really word it. We're always consumers. We're not manufacturers.
Yes.
And I'm not talking about I'm not talking about I buy a shirt from somebody and I put my logo on it. I'm talking about in which I seen my homeboy from A&M. He is actually from Africa, right? But he went to A&M. I seen just yesterday, he's manufacturing clothes.
Really? Oh, see, that's
and I'm like, I can't wait to reach out to him or whatever. Which I have watched him go from Ben. How you doing? I have watched him go from putting logos on shirts.
Yeah.
To I am seriously looking at him cut shirt. Like I didn't even know how it was done. He's cutting fabric in the shape of what the shirt will be, and you see the stitching, and you see all of this. He's actually manufacturing.
Oh, I love that.
That's like a loss. We still are consumers as business owners. I am,
but we at the starting point.
I think about it with my candles. Why come I can't harvest soy?
Yeah.
Instead of
and then have people come to me to buy their soy wax, right?
Yeah.
Like we have to think on that scale, on that mindset, instead of thinking I'm doing the I don't know what you call it, like the end user, right?
Right.
I'm doing the end.
You're the producer.
I'm the producer. I'm the very last of the chain.
Before you put it out there, you sold all your money.
Supply chain, right? And you're talking about supply chain, and we need us at every point of the supply chain. We need us at the raw material stage, and we need us at the procurement stage. We need us at every stage until from like I said, beginning to end, blackity black, right? But what we're seeing now is we're going from consumer to business owner, but we need to back it up even more until everything that's touched is to a Black person.
This episode gonna be called Blackity Black. Still a state of Black community. We're gonna call it that. It's Blackity Black. But look, it's crazy because on previous episode, the real estate dude said Black people, we wear our money instead of investing it.
Yeah.
We do.
And before we get on this, let me be real clear. I do not subscribe to shaming Black folks for how we spend our money. Okay. I feel like it is so disrespectful to victim blame. And no, I'm not saying that we ain't nothing but victims, right? I'm not saying that. But in the grand scheme of things, there is a racial wealth gap for a reason, and it's not our fault. Okay. Regardless of what, if this stimulus check come and every nigga on the planet spending on J's, that is their business, right?
True.
And even if they did invest it, it would not make up for the billions, trillions of dollars that are owed to us due to slavery.
True.
So I just want to get I want to get that out there because these kind of conversations can come off like
it's one-sided.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
it's very true. You're right, and I'm guilty. I'm buying me some Nikes tomorrow.
He's not lying.
These Air Maxes. My cousin had it on Snapchat. I'm like, damn, I've been wanting them vapors. Guess what? I'm finna get them.
Why don't you get Master P?
I'm gonna get these Vapor Max. Oh, you're right. I put Master P.
We can do both.
Yeah.
We can do both.
You can do both. Look, I'm glad you bought the stimulus. I know we gotta wrap it up. Look.
I know, that's what I was saying. Okay.
I ain't doing both. I'm buying them Vapor Max. Look, real quick. I challenge everyone on that stimulus. What I'm about to do on that first 225.
Get your business affairs
LLC. I'm going to go ahead and do it. So everyone who's in business, Miss Alyb, Miss Brittany Brown, whatever you call her, Miss Janet. I don't know y'all business. Miss Keisha, my cousin. I know Fred got one. Chapman, who has been on the podcast? Shirley. I think she got. I don't know. Shirley. I think she got her. I don't know. Whoever. We even have many people on here. I don't even know. Chris Howard. I challenge. No, he probably got too much money. He ain't gonna have no stimulus. But I challenge you guys to use that money. Yeah, that man got money. He's a doctor. But get your affairs in order. I'm doing my LLC. I don't know the name of it. She'll figure it out. But we're gonna do that, right? So you're right. I can't play the blame game because I do the same thing. But you're right. America owe us.
Yeah.
They do. But I think at the end of the day, we know this. You know, you can live to be 200. We can live to be 201. They will always owe us. But at the end of the day, we have to make smart decisions.
Yes.
Yes, we do. We do.
To be so much greater than what the limitations they have put on us.
Yes. We continue to overcome it and we always figure it out. I just want us to get to a place where when it comes to financial literacy, we are sharing knowledge compassionately and not being so judgy towards one another.
That's true.
It's like the reason that we're consumers is because we came from nothing, right? So when you get a little piece of change, it's like, oh, I got something now, right? So that mentality has to be broken before our behaviors ever change.
Yeah, because it should be, I am going to have it and I'm going to have it in abundance. And I'm going to have it in so much abundance that I'm going to be able to touch you with it. And I'm going to be able to, we're going to be able to touch other people. And it just has to keep going that way.
You know, the crazy thing is, and I know we got to wrap this up because everybody got appointments. Oh, Lord, y'all manifest. Amen. Hallelujah. I need to. But look, I know y'all need to. Amen. Jesus. My grandfather was a pastor. But look, real talk. I think the biggest thing, and I challenge everybody, another challenge, mindset. The reason I say that, this is serious, this is real, because I deal with this daily. Hell, it's hard. I choose, and I'm not talking about nobody because I know how you can get, I'm not talking about you. I can choose to not get out of my bed. You understand? Because that's easy. I choose that, right? I choose not to be a parent. I choose not to email you, get ready for the podcast. I can choose not to, if I want to be mean as hell to her today, or choose not to love her. You know, those are choices. But on the other end is you also choose to be great. Greatness is not going to come to you. It's not going to come to you. It's not going to come to me. You have to have the overall mindset, especially a Black woman, a Black man, a Black child. My father and my mother have always taught me, you have to do double to get ahead. And when you do get ahead, you're still not ahead because they've already got ahead of you in the process of you getting ahead. You understand? So I challenge us three, right? Tomorrow, hell, after this recording, I challenge you to change your mindset.
Yeah.
To do greater and better things. It's not about if it's on my time. I've been trying to go to the gym for 3 a.m. years. I still ain't went. Right? I challenge you to change your mindset as far as what you choose when you wake up in the morning. Because those choices that you make, I am not going to lie to you, they are going to determine the next 10 years of your life.
Amen.
So tomorrow, make sure you make a better choice. I'm done, y'all. I know we got our stuff go. I'm sorry. That was just on my heart mindset because people in general, and that got to do with blackness as well, because people, they're like, oh, I got this excuse going on. I can't do this, or I can't go where I want to go. I can't follow my dreams. Those are mindset things. That's a mental thing, right? We talked about mental health.
It's power in your tongue.
It is power. You have to manifest.
Absolutely.
Right? It's all a simple, just it's like, you know how you turn that radio up? It's just a simple tweak. That's a little tweak. That's all you got to do. So even if it's just a little tomorrow, like I do not want to get in the yard tomorrow, but I know I got to do it. It's about to get springtime. Y'all got your little sundresses coming, get my yard in order, right? So I challenge you guys, mindset. Don't let nobody stop you from your dream. I don't care who the hell you mad at, because your madness is going to stop you from getting to the top. I promise you.
Preach, Sam.
All right, I'm done, y'all. I'm done. So, Miss Alyb,
so what's next?
Miss Brown, yeah, what's next? What's next for you? What's done?
What's next is, of course, continue the podcast. I am in the middle of season 3, so I'm hoping to grow that. I was chosen to be featured as one of Impact Magazine's Who's Who of Black Women in Media, Fashion, and Film. So that's coming up at the end of this month. And I have some merch being released tomorrow. Well, this podcast will come out probably I'm not sure when it comes out, but by the time this comes out, I will have merch released. I will have a brand new devotional released, a devotional journal for people struggling with parental wounds, mother wounds, father wounds, how to overcome that. I have a devotional for you. And of course, I'm growing my online healing community, Healing from a Mother Wound. Currently, we are on Facebook. It's a private group. Come in there, y'all. Find us. We are on this journey together. It is tough to heal. It's even tougher to heal alone. So I would hope that you would come along with us and let's heal. You deserve healing and wholeness. So yeah, that is what's coming up for me. You can find me on Facebook and Instagram at everything Alyb, and all that I'm doing is listed there somewhere in my bio.
That's dope. That's dope. I don't never ask us what's next for you, Toni. I don't never ask that, but we're gonna change gears.
Yes. Tell the people.
You put me on the spot. You put me on the spot. What's next for you? No, I'm working on trying to transition from me being. I'm working on opening a business to where I'm not the only employee. Let's just put it that.
Yes. Congratulations, sis.
Thank you.
I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what we talked about so I can put links in the podcast. I'm gonna be honest. My mind always working. But what's next for me? Honestly, I want to get this Monday Minute to the next level. Also, what else next for me? I want to continue to be Blackity black
every day,
and really have people understand what Elevate is all about. You know what I'm saying? People we go joke half. No, Elevate is really about people coming on here, sharing their story, putting them on a platform to go to that next level. You know what I'm saying? And my homeboy called me, I ain't gonna say what he called me. I just had a black book. I'm gonna call it the black book. He called me the Black Jesus, but the black book for all things, everything black. That's dope.
Yes.
2 seconds, that's what it was. But yeah, that's but for real.
That was two things.
Two things. Called Two Things segment. All right, I'm sorry, but no, really, honestly, I got so much going on. But I think the biggest thing for me is just really finding what's next for Elevate and what kind of doors it can open up. Whether it's real estate, my TV mounting, like expanding. They always say you got to have 7 different streams of income. So having Elevate open those doors to different streams and trying to figure those out, and and really make Elevate monetary, not for the means of me going on trips, because hell, I've been going on trips, but having Elevate open doors to help us Black people.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
That makes sense to y'all?
Yes.
Like book bag drives,
Yes.
tutoring sessions, kids not at the bowling alley,
Financial
I
literacy.
love
financial
it.
literacy, healing from a what was it called?
Mother wound.
Mother wound, things like that. So
Yes.
just trying to figure those things out.
Awesome.
All
I
right.
love it. I love this. I can talk to y'all all day.
No, we gotta go. Look. Follow me on all things Elevate by SJC. All things. What about you?
Mine at Hot Wicks and Scents. Let me say this. If you follow me on this personal Miss Hot _1, it's dry. But follow me on Hot Wicks and Scents.
We'll change that. You know what? I
mean,
can change.
yeah.
We'll figure it out. We'll change it.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Well, I appreciate everyone. Thank you so much, Miss Brittany, Miss Allison, Miss Alyb. It's been so dope, man. I want to talk like 4 more hours, but we're going to
I
look.
know.
We gotta do something like I'm gonna figure out. We're gonna do like something as far as whatever. Like I think we need to do like a big podcast where it's just talking about life.
Yes.
It's gonna be
Let's
dope.
do
It's gonna be
it.
dope.
Let's do it.
We're gonna schedule. It's gonna be dope. Cause I always say stuff and I forget about it. Like my homeboy, he know about stocks. He gonna start doing a stock thing on Mondays or Tuesdays, whatever. We'll figure it out. But no, we really gonna like collab. I know you and Toni gonna collab.
Yes.
It's gonna be dope. But we're gonna do it right this time. Guys, appreciate you.
Thank you guys so much. I have enjoyed my time here with you guys.
We appreciate you so much. Thank you so much for real. It's been a pleasure. Like it's been dope. I want to talk some more. We gotta go. But no, it's been a real pleasure though. But until next time, always remember, elevation requires
separation.
Peace. We out.